It actually sounded better. It's just not a very good song. I don't know. I don't particularly care for it. I'm sorry.
I dig it.
I also hate Rebel Rebel though, so people think I'm crazy for that.
You are crazy. That's a great song.
All right, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I got everything a little confused there for a second. You wanted to do the year-end celebration and get everything out there that you needed to.
Sounds good.
It just.
Does anyone else have like their top anything of the year?
My favorite sweaty basketball scene from 2004 was Along Came Polly.
That was my favorite sweaty 2004 basketball scene of this year as well.
I thought it made a lot more sense. What? No, I'm not going to watch it. I refuse. All right, we'll stop that. I had every intention of like trying to come up with a list of stuff, and the end of the month, let alone end of the year, at my job is insane. So I didn't get to do any real show work that I wanted to this week. So I was hoping next year we could do 2007, a retrospective. But since you have one here today, you have your first top fives. Why not tease what we're looking at for next year?
Okay.
Or next week?
Next year.
I would. I can't really do a top. I don't think I've seen 5 movies.
That's
next
the whole
month.
Basically, the thing behind my list is the number 5 best movie I've seen wasn't a good movie, but that tells you number one the amount of movies I've seen.
I was going to say I don't think I have 5 movies I've seen this year.
And that number one that tells you the top 4 I liked a lot. Number 5 was okay. It's a movie called Fracture with Anthony Hopkins and Ryan Gosling.
I heard that was supposed to be good. And
Basically, yeah, it was supposed to be. That's why I paid for it. And it's not. It's Ryan Gosling is a lawyer, a prosecutor, and Anthony Hopkins is a guy that kills his wife. And then, and that's in the beginning of the movie, he kills his wife, and then it's basically the court battle between them.
As little as you know of this year, and not saying anything, I'd be willing to bet anyone in the room that I've seen 0 of the films on Keith's list, because I don't even think I've seen a movie this year, and any movie I've seen this year, I was just
going to say Cars isn't on it. So.
I don't think came out this year. Every movie that I've seen this year is something from last year.
The only possible crossover might have been if there was a children's movie on it that you had ended up seeing, but there isn't. So, except for Fracture, of course, all the kids.
I don't even know what children's movie that came out this year.
I think Cars was from this year.
No,
Ratatouille.
Cars is like 2 years ago. I didn't see Ratatouille. I just bought it.
There was a surfing penguin movie that I bet you've seen.
Happy Feet.
Everyone's
Happy
going
Feet
nuts.
came out
Happy Feet, I did see. I did see Happy Feet this year. That's the one movie. God, I'm so gross. I'm forever perennially the creepy, like the dad. Hey. Anyway,
not a creepy dad though.
Well, no, you see me with my pants off often. But all right, so go through the rest of your list. So I guess you guys aren't willing to bet. I won't take a bet either.
Okay, so Fracture number 5.
I saw that one.
It was good, right?
Great.
Number 4 was 1408, which I've mentioned, with John Cusack.
I almost watched that last night per your recommendation. It looks horrible.
The only
It looks unwatchable.
decent horror movie that's been made in the last 5 years, I think.
I'm watching that next week right after Along Came Polly. In a big.
I did like The Hills Have Eyes for some reason last year, but I don't consider that a horror. I guess it is, but whatever. So 1408 was a decent movie. Number 3 was a movie I watched a couple days ago, barely got in, I never heard of it, called The Lookout. It's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I don't know if you know who that guy is. He's the long-haired girl-looking kid from Third Rock from the Sun.
He's the guy who coaches the guy in Digstown, Joseph Gossett Jr. or something like that?
Joe Gossett Jr. he goes by usually.
Okay.
And Jeff Daniels playing... The new Jeff Daniels part is the bearded weirdo that he plays in all these movies, which... The Squid and the Whale was a good example. He was great in that.
I don't even know who...
Don't tell me you don't know who Jeff
Daniels is off the top of my head.
You're the worst person alive.
Where would he know Jeff Daniels from?
I'm sure I know him, but I'm not putting a face to his name right now.
He was in Dumb and Dumber. He was the dumb one. Not the dumber one.
Right. Okay.
So you really don't know who Jeff Daniels is?
No, now I do.
Okay.
He was also in The Big Lebowski, right? That's him.
You know what's so funny? It's ridiculously funny. This morning, I yelled to my wife, "Who was the Big Lebowski? Jeff Daniels or Jeff Bridges?"
Bridges.
It's ironic that they're both Jeff.
Now that Jeff Daniels is the big bearded weirdo, that would have been his part. Had it been
Jeff Daniels was in The Fly. He starred in the remake of The Fly.
No, that's Goldfinger.
By the way,
no. Austin Powers starred in that. So what's the number 20 movie?
All right. So anyway, The Lookout is a good movie that I would actually recommend. Number 2 would be, it was released the last week of 2006, but it's Inland Empire, the David Lynch movie.
Can you believe I still haven't seen that thing?
I'm so
I
disappointed
really
that
can't.
Keith had to put a David Lynch movie that was even
So
not
that
even this year.
extended it to last
Not
year.
even this year, 2006.
It was released in one theater on December 26th of 2006.
My best, I'm going to do the best TV shows of 2007. Twin Peaks tops the list.
Did I not just buy Twin Peaks? I mean,
I'm so mad that it doesn't exist. By the way, last night, not to get off,
it exists. I have it.
not to get off Keith's list here. My father came by last night with my mother-in-law. My stepmother. I get them confused.
Yeah, so do I.
And asked her. I said, "Hey, we started talking about Twin Peaks one point because she used to love the show so much so that she borrowed the box set from me about a year and a half ago." And Brian's been waiting patiently for me to get it back so I could loan it to him.
I don't want it anymore.
Well,
I want his Twin Peaks.
exactly. And as soon as she says, like, "Oh, I still haven't watched that yet," I'm just like, you know what? Merry Christmas. Keep it because I'm going to buy the gold box in the next week or so anyway.
I was
so
about to
don't
give
worry
you
about
my season 2 box set, but now that you gave away season 1, I'll have to find a more deserving person.
it. Ooh, you really have.
I'll take season
I'd
2.
like to see the season
I
two
desperately
extras.
want to
Never
see
seen it.
season 2.
We got to see the extras. What kind of extras they got going on?
That's the only reason I wouldn't actually give it away, but because there's a lot of extras that aren't on the new thing, which I haven't even watched yet.
Really?
But yeah,
Then I'm getting my season 1
you should
box
get your
set back.
season 1 back. Somebody was talking about some extras from season 1. I don't know what they are. That was so good they deserve to be on the new gold set. So I think you should probably get that back.
The extras from the season 1 are incredible.
Can you fight
Yeah.
her? Is she tough? I mean,
No, but I'm very weak.
oh,
So I'm screwed. All right, sorry. So number 2 on the list of
number
the
2 is
greatest
Inland Empire,
TV shows of 1987.
greatest song ever,
Right.
made by David Lynch. And number 1 was the Darjeeling Limited,
Yeah, I didn't see that
I
either.
haven't seen that.
which I think I was very disappointed. I've seen a lot
Could
of
you-
the best movie of the year lists, and this was nowhere near it, and it was great.
Could you well, you know what the knock that I've heard about the Darjeeling Limited is the fact that it's just another Wes Anderson movie. If he didn't do Bottle Rocket and Rushmore and the Tannenbaums and Life Aquatic before this, it would be the greatest movie anyone's ever seen. But because there are 4 other brilliant films just like it before this, it doesn't deviate so
But,
much.
I mean, you could argue the same thing for Inland Empire, though. You know, I mean, it's there's nothing new being done.
I would have had to have seen that first, though, to have that argument. But no,
I didn't realize you've seen the Darjeeling Limited.
No, I just know that's what people were.
Yeah, but you
were
look
saying.
at these people like Scorsese, and they come up with hit after hit after every time. Why isn't it the same?
Scorsese or Scorsese?
Scorsese, whatever.
The
I'm asking.
Departed was a great
Scorsese- I
movie.
say
It won
Scorsese.
awards, but it was nothing new. Except the gangsters were Irish instead of Italian.
He once came up with something new called New York, New York. It was a horrifyingly bad
And
movie.
Kundun.
I liked Kundun.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see either. Scorsese or Scorsese?
I'll say Scorsese, whether it's pronounced Scorsese or not.
I'm just wondering how you pronounce it because a lot of
Marty.
people. What is it?
Marty.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I didn't understand.
I call him the Last Waltz.
I saw a really good movie the other day that I didn't expect I would like, and it was awesome. It was Mr. Brooks. It was pretty good.
I was going to watch that with
was pretty good. I
with
liked
the
it.
idea of potentially putting it on my list, but then I said, you know what? There's no way a movie with Dane Cook's going to make my list. So
Yeah, he was kind of a smaller part, but
can't-
it was pretty good.
I'm really trying to think through it. I don't think I saw a movie this year, and that's making me insane. I don't even think Happy Feet was this year. I think Happy Feet
Happy
was
Feet was
Christmas
2006
last year.
because
Yeah.
Happy Feet won Oscars last year. So
I've
this
made a
year.
prejudgment about Mr. Brooks, and it's a bad movie, and I'm never going to see it because I know it's a
You
bad
didn't watch
movie.
it? It was pretty
Brian's
good.
movie review.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams made that
J.J.
movie?
Abrams?
Is it? No. He did something. He did something with it.
He did. It was called Lost.
He's doing something in about 20-something days, which I'm
Dude,
I'm
let's go
so
see that.
taking the day off of work, and I will go see it on IMAX.
Let's go see it.
What day does it come out? I'll take the day. off, too.
18th.
1/18/08.
I'm off that day anyway. Beautiful.
What day is that?
A Thursday.
I will
Thursday.
totally take a Thursday off to see it. Although I'll be honest
Cloverfield?
with you, there's a possibility I might actually go down to North Carolina the third week of January.
You mean for when my birthday happens?
That's what I'm going down for. You're coming. You didn't realize it. You know,
No, I realize it.
our buddy James was here this week, and he gave me the unbelievable guilt trip about the 6 plans I made with him last year, and I never showed up once. So I actually think we're going to actually go down to North Carolina. I'm just going to blow off my job and walk away for like a week.
Will you have a
deserve
job when
it.
you get back?
Yeah. The third week of the month I can get away with. It's always the
We
last.
could do a
of the
guilt
month.
trip that you don't come to any of our houses, but you go down to North Carolina.
What do you mean?
No, Chris visited my house a couple of.
Oh, that's
couple
right.
of
That's
weeks
because
ago.
that's when you guys used to cheat on me when I was at work.
This is strange that we're bringing this up. I don't want to go away from the movie conversation.
The movie conversation's over. The Darjeeling Limited best movie of the year.
Well, you
I don't
obviously
really-
haven't seen
I
No
don't-
Country for Old Men.
So what was the weather that